So, just had lunch. Gusto. Extra rice for free. I must admit though, the lunch, the burgers aren't very big. Maybe I'll just leave this up for Robin. Oh dear. Just dropped off some kiban. Kiban is Japanese for the circuit board. And they had some odd drive discs and some CPUs. I was hoping to get more for the CPUs than did, because I thought I'd got like about 600 gram. I got £1 of ceramic CPUs. We had some chips yesterday. I don't think we should get any more chips. Still haven't got my. I need to go and get my email from Mail, see if I can get my first jab, jab. Cleared a bit of rubbish the last 2 days and this morning. Maybe I should get some chicken. Should I get chicken? Or maybe I'll have some veg, thank you. Get some spinach. I haven't had spinach for a few days. I don't.
Sorry.
The waitress thought I was talking to her. So, one more. Getting addicted to these lemon salads. Last night I did manage to go to bed not drunk. Because I've had this problem with this person dropping me right in the shit, and that's created a right lot of fucking stress for me. You know, I'm already in the shit, and this cunt's gonna fucking double that. And just check, see if they've been calling me. I was up about, we woke up about 5:30. I ended up going out of the house about 6:30 to start work. can't see your name. So is it Tristan? I think I've seen it. I don't know if I've seen you before, Tristan. I don't know if it's the same Tristan or a different Tristan. I'm just having lunch. Bag of peanuts. Same to you. It's never easy. It's not always easy to say something funny. Don't worry. Sometimes you need feeding. A line. I'm not talking about peanuts. See me? See what I did there? I took your line and made it funny. I had a tough decision. The healthy little bit of bacon and Popeye food, 5 pieces of chicken with a slice of lemon, or a plate of chips. I already had rice. Maybe I use this fork. Use this fork for the spinach. Do you think spinach really makes you strong? Pluto didn't eat spinach. Just a family restaurant. Yeah, it's a double thing. Rice, burgers. It's very hot today. They're very cheap. You can get a meal here for cheapest meal would be like 500 yen. Like, daily meal. So they change the meal every day. And it's usually a burger, croquet, rice, salad. Well, I don't know if I get thingy with that. That guy didn't eat salad. I'm not sure if we get soup. Okay, no, I'm trying to think of a female singer from London, blonde girl. She's nice. I think most of the singers that I watch are all girls. And the only other one was Maroon. He's a bit of a girl. Oh, looks like maybe I can get soup. Thank Thank you. You can take that as well. So it's in Japan a lot, especially men, they don't say thank you to the staff. I think it's a macho thing. Jews and Arabs or Muslims, they don't eat bacon or pork, which can only mean one thing: they're fucking arseholes. But even though they say they don't, if you've got a pan of bacon frying or grilling, and you've got a cup of tea and some slices of bread and some eggs, you're fucking eating that bacon, no matter how you were brought up. Alright, Geek. You had your evening meal yet? I was just trying, I've been and sold some computer stuff. Got about $150. It was, the place is near my talkative mate. I don't know. There was something in Britain very popular when, like 40 years ago, and it was called pork scratchings. And I think they might have been in America too. You remember when, if you have a roast of pork, and then you can make the rind very fucking beautiful, brown and crispy and salty, and it's like a fucking shit version of that. Oh, I hate it. It's fucking horrible. I don't know if it's better in America, but when it's on a joint of meat, it's fucking beautiful. One of the best tastes you can ever have. But when it's sold as a mass product, not the 9 o'clock news made a video, and what they did, so people that bought pork scratchings, they had to go into a telephone booth to eat the scratchings because they were like a pest. At one time, they were probably one of the most popular snacks in a pub. Oh really? You ever drink a beer and pork scratchings? In the stadium? Oh fuck that fucking hot. I've just touched this fucking thing, it's still hot. I never tasted one or two of them. They were disgusting. Well, I couldn't eat them. I saw a letter the other day, and it was like a similar problem to what you've got. And this woman was complaining that a relative, she'd been looking after her grandparents for so many years, and she thought she'd changed the will. But the advisor of money just said, look, well, it's not easy looking after older people like that, and they take on a big job, and it's not really fair when other people come in saying, oh, we want a fucking share of this, a share of that, you know, because it's our granddad too. But the thing is, they never did any of the fucking looking after of the granddad, the grandma, the mother, or the sister, or whatever. So, you know, so like they deserve it, that kind of thing. Because as you know, geek, it's not an easy fucking task, is it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But apart from that, though, the only good thing is it would cost them a lot of money to employ a lawyer. You're lucky. When I was a kid, I had to go to school as a Japanese general. My dad was always getting these cheap army uniforms. Yeah, you don't know. And the other thing, well, my cousin, what he did, he got his grandmother. She could get the council house at a special price, you know, like £5,000 or £10,000 or something. And what my cousin did, he said, you can live in the house until you die, then we'll take the house. She fucking lived until she was 85. Tell them to leave them fucking washing up. Why has he got cancer, geek? Oh dear, that doesn't sound good, does it? He could like fuck you over, couldn't it? That doesn't sound too good at all. Chop his fingers off. Yeah, it's not good if he fucks you over with that, is it? After you put in so many years looking after him. Do any of them actually come to the house? Have they been to the house and seen him the last few years? Just make sure he's not looking over your shoulder now. You know what I got off my grandma? I got a double bed. I think when my granddad, so when my paternal granddad died, he had an antique brass bed, and I think it was sold for scrap, probably by my dad. So he's still able to, he can still communicate then. That's good. you ever catch him bad mouthing you while he's talking? And that little cunt in the other room. Yeah, he'd have probably did that. That would have been their wedding bed. So that would have been. Oh dear, oh dear. He's yeah. So they got married. So my dad was born in 1931, and he wasn't the oldest. In fact, they were probably. No, so they were born in 1931 to 20. So my granddad must have been born in the last century, the century before last. So they would have been Victorian beds, yeah. You little shitty. Oh dear. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, my granddad was he was wealthy. For a working class man, he was a steel erector. But my dad was a fucking coward, so he didn't go into the fucking trade. Yeah, of course it is, but it's a fucking... He wasn't really a man, he was a fucking con artist, fucking thief, so... I really wish I'd known better to talk. But then again, you couldn't really... He just grumbled, so he didn't really say much. He lived until he was 79. And I think he was in the First World War, I think. Yeah, he was in the First World War. The only thing he went into was fucking prison. Yeah, did you see my video last night? I was about to watch this film on Netflix, and there was like a fucking warning about triggering things. But isn't that funny? Well, I guess a lot of that happened quite a lot, didn't it? I can't understand what's happening. I thought this woman was a customer, then this guy's come in with a suit on and but there was two things. There was one on Netflix. Then there was one on Yahoo. And then there was another one for comments saying we're not accepting comments anymore. You can't fucking say anything. And then I saw this, I've been looking at this video maker, and he's going on about, all these TikTokers, these fucking narcissistic TikTokers and YouTubers, not me. And there was one, they were at this meeting, and it was fucking unbelievable. Yeah, there you go. You know better than me, don't you? Everyone's a victim, needs a support group and a safe and not just that. It's not just a safe space. It's the trigger word or the safe word. I've got a safe word for him. Cunt. It's a fucking joke, isn't it? Didn't he beaten up by some boys from Jersey? Was it that Jersey? Was that Jersey Shore? With all those kids there, they should go around smacking them, shutting them down. I'd hate to be there, but there was this guy on YouTube. I'll send you his name later. I subscribe to him on Facebook or YouTube, and he was talking about the millennials, and it's not their fault because of the way the parents brought them up. Well, before they get a foot up the arse, they can put their foot up some. Well, before they get a foot up the arse, they can put their foot up someone else's arse, I guess. I remember it was years ago when I first came to this area. This young Aussie kid got upset because I swore at him because you can't talk to me like that. I said, shut the fuck up. I never really watched any of that because they were just too way over the top. And I think the ones they did some copy shows in Britain. Oh, they're just a pathetic group of fucking cunts, male and female. They've just got these ideas about themselves that just project way above. I think they should start jailing people that are easily triggered. And like, I think Bill Maher was talking about it, and he was saying, when something happened and they traced all this bullshit down to one account. It's just one person with followers, and then they get all these fucking, and then if whoever's sponsoring the fucking channel or whatever, they say, well, you've got to apologise because we don't want them fucking stop to buy our shirts, stop buying our clothes. I met some, when I was in Tokyo, I met two guys were staying with me. They were from Standard. What do you call that posh university in California? Stanford. And I was talking to these two guys, and they brought a friend with them, and she was also from Stanford or from everywhere. And this girl she thought that they had hired me because what I was saying, she couldn't believe it. And she thought she'd been set up by her friends because of my opinions. Prince Philip, I don't know. Well, it all depends how old you are. I think if you actually really looked into what Prince Philip was like, he was probably a good man, a tough man, and he had a good sense of humour. He spoke 5 languages, so. But the newspapers just always wanted to paint the bad side. Yeah, this girl. So myself and these two guys, we were like living in a very nice apartment because this guy, the Chateau, because the Chateau sponsored us and he looked after us. But this girl had no respect for him because he didn't go to university. And it's not just going to university, he's going to a renowned university. The Indians are the same. It's not just enough to have one degree. you got to have 2 degrees, and then you got to have 2 fucking what comes after that? You know, it's about time we stop this bullshit. Well, it's not. You know, it's not so much as that. Some miners were very, very. But I don't think they weren't. They were real men. They weren't effing and blinding and things like that. They swore, but not swore needlessly. It's all right to come in. You can imagine that, come in for a meeting, don't buy any food, don't buy any drinks. I wonder if she works there when she's from the kitchen. I'll tell you, with all these people and global warming, they'll fucking shut the world down. They'll shut down the economies. But having said that, fucking London was flooded yesterday. Right, geek, I think I better get off before I have another, because battery's gone as well. Before I fucking feet are killing me. Before I get another beer. Like I said, battery's going down as well. Glad I caught you, and we had this little chat. And I'll see you later, pal, and anyone else that's here. Alright, see ya, bye bye.